Hello and welcome to the SML podcast. This is SML Total Access. I am your host, Primetime000, and with me today is the one and only ZZ the Great. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, Prime? How you doing? Prime time 000. Please say the zero.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
play no games.
No,
All right.
no, no, no.
Uh, what's up, brother? How you doing today?
Pretty good. I'm pumped up. Season one kicked off on Thursday. A lot of shocking games, I think. A lot of exciting, a lot of excitement. Like I said before in our mock draft, it's a time for optimism in the SML because you don't quite know who's going to be a big contender this year. There's always one team or one user that kind of comes out of nowhere. So here we
Yeah.
go, man. SML.
SML, let's do it, baby. We got the season kicked off. It's time to go. Week one is done. We in week two. It's already rolling along, man. And we get these advances on the way, and like Prime said, guys are hype. Everybody's optimistic. Some of us are down because we lost a few games, but hey, it's still fun, man. I think this Madden this year is it plays really good. I'm not. I mean, even I think I lost. Well, I didn't think. I know I lost my first two games, but the game plays well, man, and I'm having a fucking ball with it.
Yeah, it's exciting, to finally play a Madden game where I don't think it's completely broken. It's been probably a year or two since that's been the case. Last Madden was garbage. So for this one too, it has a few bugs here and there that I'll complain about, but
Yeah.
overall it really does add to the experience when not only do you enjoy the community you're in, but the game you're actually playing isn't a garbage game. And like you said in our podcast with Shotmaster, that's a plug. Um,
Yes.
every 2 to 3 years you're going to get that because they're trying to make improvements, they're trying to make adjustments in a year-to-year basis. So sometimes those things aren't going to work out. So, but I'm not going to
Yeah.
get back on that spiel. We talked about that. Go on YouTube,
Yeah.
search Sim Madden League. Click on our page, SML Total Access interview with Shotmaster, a legend in the Madden community. Um, so anyway,
Yes.
anyway, season week
Yeah, but
one. What do you think about it?
week one, it started off with a bang. We had some top guys go down. The Jags went down. You went down. And let's see who else went down that week that was unexpected. Yeah, it was pretty much you and the Jags that
Right,
pretty much got shot out there. And
right.
I thought that was pretty cool that
Yeah,
this is a league where some new things can happen. But of course, like you always say, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint.
right,
We're not gonna dwell too much on week one. But at the beginning of this week, we did see some guys pull to the forefront.
right.
The late game that I just want to touch on in the beginning was the Jets versus the Bills, the
Hmm.
prolific guy. He's a new guy in the league, and he
Yeah,
came in and he played the hell out of Royce.
yeah,
He kind of kicked Royce's ass all up and down the field, in my opinion.
yeah,
Sorry, Royce. I know you're gonna talk shit, but I thought it was a great game, man. And I thought he seemed like a pretty good user, and I think he might be a surprise this year.
yeah. He looked impressive. I saw two games as well. When you said Jaguars, I know you mean the Eagles owner, Governor.
Oh yeah. You're right.
But he did get shot out of the air. We do have to highlight him for beating Governor. That was WTF Gamepad. He got a little bit of hype at the end of Madden 19, but he's playing with a bad team, so that is somebody to watch. Future Empire mentioned it in his blog. And then obviously Blunt Burner beat me. I mean, that's an impressive win. Taking down a 12-time champ. So can he continue that? We'll have to stay tuned. But another game I seen was the oh crap, hold on. Oh yeah, the Browns over the Titans. This is an owner,
Oh yeah.
Woods, the other Woods, who's the Browns, who we kind of known who's going to take a step at some point. We just don't know when. And he came in
Yes.
there and he slapped around Tiny Titans. So, and Tiny
Yes.
Titans is no joke, I don't think. So, that's somebody to watch out for. A very good Browns team. A Browns team not only set up to win now, but they got a young quarterback. So he's going to be a force, I think, the full 7 season cycle.
Yes. And then also you had the Chargers came up and they did their thing. Who I'm trying to think of the Chargers owners.
The Chargers is Blunt Burner.
Blunt Burner. My bad. So Blunt Burner used to be in my division last year, and
Hmm.
he was like He was consistently probably in fourth place in our division
Yeah,
most of the time, and me and him probably swap places a lot during that division. But Blood Burner, man, he made a 360, came out swinging this year,
yeah, he did.
and he always did say that if he had an actual pretty good team, and he strayed away from his Redskins and
Right,
went after the Chargers, and I think that was pretty awesome that
right.
Blood Burner got a win, and it's good to see what he might do. And like you talk about WFP Gamepad, he's a guy that came into the league giving great content. We haven't seen any more of that content. Gamepad, where it's at, baby. But
Yes.
he came in and he got a great win. And I thought that was cool. This week, I think he plays the Bears, and also Royce played after beating the Browns. Didn't Royce beat the Browns last week?
The Browns beat Tiny Titans.
The Browns beat Tiny Titans. Okay, and
Royce
then
Royce
he played
lost.
Royce. He played Royce today, I
Yeah.
think, this morning,
Yes.
and for week two, just a small peek in the week two, and he ended up
Whooping them.
well, whooping his butt, yeah, 44-20,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact. But
Um.
yeah,
Yeah. To kind of go on that week two. Speak there a little bit. I'm not
yeah,
sure if you caught too much of that game. Raider Outlaw nearly took down Haas or More Wine, More Wine. Uh,
I
you
hate
know,
that name.
I don't know if you watched it, but a Raider fan, and this is what separates. Not that Raider fan's not a good player, because I think he's a very quality player. He's made the playoffs. He's beat Haas before. He's beat some quality guys before. I played him, and he's stayed in the games the whole time. Um,
Yes,
but what I think the SML is now getting similar to where the NFL is, where it's like a play or two here and there, and that's all it takes to separate the game.
yep,
And he was up by 7. Raider fan was up by 7 with like 2 minutes left. He had the ball at the 35-yard line. Probably should have ran it, got it closer to a field goal, but he went under center, took a snap, and he got sacked, lost 10 yards, out of field goal range, punted. And then Haas went down and scored, got the ball back and scored again, type of thing, and he won the game. So he could have
wow,
gone up 10 points with 2 minutes left. So
yes.
it's just the coaching decisions, I feel like, nowadays in the SML are, how good of a situational awareness guy are you? Are you a good play caller? And that's what's really starting to separate the guys. It's no longer a user skill thing. It's just how good are you situationally? Because a lot of these, even these good guys, their games are really close. You don't really see anybody blowing anyone out hardly anymore on a consistent basis.
And especially like the fact that we're just starting this new Madden. Everybody's still learning the game.
Hmm.
Everybody's still trying to figure out where their how the game flows and everything. So though that situational awareness that you're talking about is imperative. You have to know what to do in certain situations. That's one of my biggest flaws, I believe. That sometimes you get just a little too excited, man. You get a good run play out, and then you do something. Uh, you get excited. You want to pass down the field. You want to hit the big play. But I think the guys that are more patient and the guys that are more methodical are the guys that become prolific in this league.
Yeah.
And the SML is that type of league where it's tough, man. I mean, like as I talked about, I played field the first game, then I played. Then I just lost to Terrible Two Step, which is a great player, and then I got Future Empire next week, and then Grams. So it's like everybody in this league is good. Everywhere you go, you're running into a wall. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna beat any of these guys, you're gonna have to beat them in
Right.
situations. You're gonna have to make that right decision.
Right. So do you think situational awareness and stuff, patience, is that a skill that can be developed, or is that kind of just a psychological thing that somebody has or doesn't have?
Yeah, anything psychologically, of course, can be changed. So you can there's habit and repetition are one of the biggest two things that you can do is start getting into the rhythm of checking the ball down. I
Right.
mean, especially for somebody like me, we play these guys like on I think on my online league I'm maybe 5-1 online playing against guys I
Hmm.
don't know because I don't know them. I can be comfortable and I sit back and I make good decisions and it's like a chess game because I'm thinking about it. But when I'm playing guys in the SML, I know these guys and I know kind of like what they can do and they can trick me. They can
Right,
use what they know about me against me. So it's a whole different ball game in the SML.
right,
And psychologically, you have to be able to reduce yourself back down and say, okay, these aren't the guys that's online. You can't attack them the same way. They
right,
know who you are. They know what your weapons are. So
right.
it's totally different.
And also the rule base makes you mix your plays up. Not only does that keep
Yes.
it sim, but it makes honestly I think it makes guys more difficult to play because they don't have that one thing they're good at. Then they have to beat you from different angles.
Yes. 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 When Cowboys ran a reverse, man, fucked my head up because
Right.
I was like, he's never done that, but fuck, he did it.
So
So
yeah, I watched or I seen a bit of that Rams game you played against Terrible Two Step.
yeah,
He won 20-7. Is Two Step is he going to be a contender you think this year?
man, two step is always a contender. I think didn't he beat the Bears in the last
Yes,
playoff?
he did. He
Yeah,
did.
moved. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So two step is always, man. He's always on top of his game, man. He's
Yeah.
always been a tough dude. And every time I play him, I feel like because like in that game, in this last game here, I tied the game up in third quarter, I think, and we went to the late third before. I think I even got the ball back, and I should have scored and took the lead. But I mean, he didn't pull off until the end. And of course, once you get behind and you're desperate in this league, it's these guys with their user ability, it's hard to score after
Right.
you're down. And especially with a guy like Two Step, he manages the clock very well. He knows how to play the run game and clock management very well. So I think that he's a great contender, and he might be one of those guys that eventually emerge and hey, might steal a championship from one of you guys this cycle.
Right. He's
Yeah,
he's always in the thick of things, and with that Aaron Donald, Todd Gurley tag team off,
Jesus.
it's almost seems like the game is set up for him to win.
Yeah,
You know,
man,
it
it
fits his
sucks.
style so well. I think defensive pressure and just running the rock. Somebody else who I think if they had like a strong defensive lineman and an X factor running back would be Lawyer Killer. He always gets that pressure, and
Yep.
so if he has someone like Aaron Donald and a great running back, I think this Madden set up for him to win another
Yeah,
SML championship.
yeah. Now that you said that, I mean, it might have been a good idea for him to take the run. Do you have a pick before two step?
No,
No, I
no,
don't think
I
he
don't
did.
think
No.
so.
Yeah, so yeah, but that would have been a great team for him, man.
Yeah,
Because you're right, he switches and he knows how to play from the line. So
right. He could.
he'll
Oh, it'd be
he'll
deadly.
yeah, it'll be detrimental to all our health out here. But yeah, so but just I guess to move along, man. Week one was great. Week two is getting better.
Hmm.
We're moving along here in the SML. Things are popping. The league is popping. I even woke up the other morning, man, and there's like guys just posting videos, guys writing articles, guys doing so much stuff. It was so much stuff that I was like, what the hell is going on?
Right.
Hey man, Cal, kudos to the eval points, babe. Man, you got this thing popping. The way that the SML is set up is by participation. If you participate, then you are in the top of our league. That's just how it is. We don't care how you play the game, other than following the rules. But if you follow the rules and you participate, you can be at the top
Hmm.
echelon of the SML. We will treat you like royalty. We keep you in the fold. You will
Right.
get your first pick of your team. Everything. That's how it works.
Right.
Participate, and that's how we get to where we need to go, baby.
Right. It really is just the participation and just guys getting involved. It seems like it's contagious almost, you know. You see one
Yes.
guy doing it, another guy's like, "Oh man, you know, that's kind of cool. I want to get involved in that." I seen NYT's
Yeah.
putting up articles about oh, he's making his predictions. You know, he had a very strong week of predictions week 1. I let him down.
Yes.
We got terrible two-step writing his articles I'm excited for. Uh,
Yes.
and then we got Future
Future.
Empire, you know, and then obviously it
Yeah.
looks like Fields back on his podcast game. Hopefully he can stay consistent. You know, it's always good to have more voices in the league. And we hear rumors, we hear rumblings of Kale and Royce making a podcast. I'm
I've
calling
been
them
hearing
out,
rumors
man.
for that for 2
It's
years,
it's been
man.
a, it's been a year. It's not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's two kids who just like to talk. I guess it's not actually do it. Don't talk about it. Just do it. So
They too smelling their fingers, man.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So, hey, man, get up out the cooch and get on the podcast, man. Help us out, brothers.
exactly. So so what do you think? What's your favorite? I'm gonna kind of call out of all the articles that you've seen written and feels popular, but outside of our because you can't be biased. What's your
Yeah.
favorite right now content that's being released by the league?
Man, hands down with no shade to anybody in the league. I love everything that everybody's doing. But man, y'all can't fuck with my boy Raiders. My boy Raiders drops videos. He ain't gotta write shit.
Right,
Or he just drops these videos that are fucking, I mean, you never know what you're gonna get,
right,
and you get such a variety of things from them. I think Raiders by far is one of our best content providers.
right,
He provides. He says so much with just a 20-minute video, a 20-second video
right,
that other guys can't
right,
really compete with. I don't even know if we're competing with him. So
right,
yeah,
exactly.
Raiders is my pick. What about you? I know you read, and me myself, I take the time to read this guy stuff. Look, if a guy's in the league and he's taking time to
Right.
write an
Oh
article,
yeah,
guys, read the article, man. See what he's saying. He might mention you in the article. It
exactly.
might be something important that you might need to know about another opponent, that kind of thing. So let's show these guys some love whenever they
Yeah.
do anything in the league. Because I mean, hey man, it takes some courage to step out there and put your thoughts out there.
Right. I mean, you got to think the time, probably 20 minutes. It's a lot more difficult. Like us Raider fans are a big asset to the league, but it's
Yes.
way more time because you got to get your computer out, sit down,
Yes.
type stuff
Yes.
out. You know people are
Yes.
gonna be reading it, so you got to make sure it looks good, and then you got to find a picture to go with it. Raider fans quality stuff. I think it's the league would be worse without Raider fan stuff, but it's way more
Yes.
time consuming and difficult than to record a 20-second video. And
Yeah,
so
yeah, it
these
is.
guys are taking their time. They could be doing anything. Time is valuable. Time is money. And so
Yes.
you got Future, Terrible Two Step, and NYT. And I think Field even put one out actually.
Yes, he
So
did. He wrote a good article.
yeah. So I mean, it's exciting. I don't know. They're all different too. I feel like Future Empire's stealing one out of my book. He's stirring the pot. He called me out. He called me out a little bit. So I'm excited. Tiny Titans are gonna get it. Uh, Oh, by the way, I guarantee to win against the whole AFC South now. I'm gonna
Oh man, hold
not
up.
not not
You
just
taking it out on the AFC South.
yeah, not just field anymore. I'm going I put this in chat this morning. I'm gonna go undefeated the whole cycle against the AFC South. This is not a joke. Undefeated
Yeah.
so Jaguars, Dumpahanis, Tiny Titans field. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be ugly. I'm gonna go like 42-0. Easy, easy work. So just stay tuned for that. I'm ready for it. I see the doubters. I hear it. The pundits are saying I'm washed up, so they'll all see. But anyway,
Yeah, you need that prime time motivation,
yeah.
baby.
So
That's
they're all
all
gonna
that
get
is.
it. Starting with Tiny Titans today, he's gonna get it, and they'll all see. But anyway,
Yeah, but other than that, man, just guys, remember, if you need any information, contact one of the admin on anything concerning trades or anything concerning how you go about setting up your Twitter account. I mean, because read the rules, guys. Last thing you want to do is get fined and have one of your players suspended or something because you didn't read a rule about something you were supposed to be doing. Twitter is a thing that we want you guys to do. We don't stipulate it anymore. It's not a requirement. You don't have to do it, but if you don't tweet, that will go against your evals. And if
oh,
you
and you'll
think Cal,
fall.
if you think Cal ain't counting your tweets, and then you don't know Cal.
Yeah,
He's very methodical about that kind of stuff. He's keeping tabs on your tweets,
yeah.
on everything that you guys are doing. So if you're not participating, it will be
I
noticed.
got dinged
So
once. Kale dinged me
yes.
once for my
Yes,
points. I was
yes.
I was
He
pissed
called
too.
me out. He
Yeah,
called me out too,
yeah,
man. And as much as I'm in the
yeah,
fucking chat, he called my ass out.
yeah.
So it is what it is. And also, man, and while we're talking about Kale, you guys saw Kale got suspended, right, for playing the computer. So we're not playing games with anybody in the league. If you do something wrong, somebody say something.
Yeah,
If you see somebody doing something wrong, say something because it's not hard for us to punish a guy for doing
yeah.
something wrong. It is what it is. We all got to play by the rules. That's how we keep it simple.
Yeah. And exactly. And the next one for Kale Jackson's out 3 games. He knows it too. So we'll see what happens, man. Everyone keep an
Yeah.
eye on him. Keep him honest.
Hey,
So
admin are held to a higher
no.
standard, man. Can't be fucking experiencing the computer, man. What kind of shit is that?
No, he means well. I think
Nah,
we
that's my man.
we he means well. Anyway, kind of switching gears now.
Yes.
We're running about 20 minutes into this podcast somehow.
Yes.
So I think
Yeah.
I've said everything I need to say. So the mic is
I think
open to
that's it.
yours.
That's it, baby. Hey, man, we're in week 2, man. I hope you guys are enjoying the SML. This is what we do, baby. We provide you guys with great content. The league is active. We're always active. We're year round. This is what we do. If you're hearing this on YouTube, on Twitter, on whatever your favorite social media site is, if you go to our webpage, simmadleague.com, that's where we're at. That's where we get busy. That's where we post stuff. That's where we do things. So come and join our league, man. It's a party every day. And hey, play and have fun, guys.
Yes, sir. Pumped up. Madden 20, season 25, SML. Big things are coming. Stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. You guys take it easy.